OBS. Okay, now I think they can hear me now. Great. OBS completely removed my microphone. It didn't even have the headset microphone. It had nothing. All right, welcome to Can't Understand Normal Thinking, where I'm gonna fix Jay's face, not with the punching, but more with the edits. There, now
I was gonna say you can't really punch me because
he's a beautiful
I
long
am underage.
boy who is happy that England lost, and
Yes, but I'm
uh,
sad my mustache is gone.
now the only thing that England can hope will come home is the fathers that went for cigarettes and milk and never returned.
No, they don't even deserve a thought about their father.
No, but they're still
England is
hoping.
the worst.
They're still hoping.
England is the worst place on the world,
I
and
I,
it's even worse than Afghanistan.
I disagree.
And I can say, I can say that like quite confidently because I'd rather go to Afghanistan and get bombed than go to England.
What the fuck? I don't understand the hatred of England.
Well, you're not Scottish.
No, well, okay, I guess that's fair. But I am German, and they destroyed whatever heritage I had. I should be more mad at them than you should be.
No, do you know that another thing that's quite bad is that England tries to claim that they defeated every country in World War One and Two. They
So
say
does
that they
America.
won both. Yeah, but they're also bad.
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying
every
to,
country does. Even Canada. Okay, Canada's hilarious because we actually had a pretty banging military back in like World War II. But our military was so small that they just basically joined other militaries as backup and like as trainers for the British and American military. So Canadian military trained the American military to be better at killing people. Just keep that in mind. Fucking Canada taught America how to kill good. And we're supposed to be polite. How fucked up is that? But no, we had like a fucking ridiculous military, and they were trained really well. They were like I think they were definitely in the top 5 militaries in the world, but I think they were closer to either like 2 or 3, like for their spot. They were ahead of America, but behind I think what's the British one? It's SAS, or is that the Russians?
SAS is Britain.
Yeah, so they were the ones that were ahead of Canadians. So it was just really weird. There was a lot of books on it, but apparently, like Canada, if it wasn't for Canada, the war would have been a whole lot longer. Same thing with like Turing too, right? Like without his machine to decode everything, the war would have been like 2 or 3 years longer. Millions of more people would die, and of course, Britain, with all of their care and passion, decided that they should chemically castrate him because he liked to fuck dudes. So that just shows that Britain's kind of backwards as fuck, and you shouldn't fight for a country that's going to cut off your balls. Let's just say that. Note to self. Never fight. This is why I'll never join the military. And this is why I'll never go to Germany, because I'm a citizen of Germany. And in order to be a citizen of Germany, you have to serve a specific amount of time in the military. And I won't do it, because if you start yelling at me to do push-ups, I'm going to kick you in the dick, and I'm going to get dishonorably discharged, thrown in a gulag, and I'm going to get my ass pounded by some guy named Sven. And I don't want that. I really don't want to be butt-fucked by Sven. Sven does not deserve it. I don't deserve it. None of us deserve it. And I'll be the only thing he can use to keep himself warm. I'll be his tauntaun, and I don't want that. Nobody wants that.
I don't want to see you as his tauntaun.
I know, he'd have to cut me from belly to or neck to dick, and just like hide inside me.
I don't want to even imagine that.
Jay, I think, just imagined it based on that reaction. Oh, he really imagined it. He's like, how can I change my name to Sven and join the German military? No, I don't have one of those. You can't. Wait, are you telling me to jog on? I know some British slang. Jog on, you cunt. I remember that. That's a good sentence. I like that. Oh, man. So you were talking about a song just before we got into the chat here, Vamp. So what was the music you were talking about? What was the song?
It's called Envy by Ice Nine Kills and Twisted.
Okay.
What I think what it's about is something that went on in Detroit, and that's where they got the song from. And actually resonates
Born
to
and
me
raised in
because
South Detroit.
it
Took them in a
it
truck,
resonates
going
within me
anywhere.
because I think that if I was one of the 7 deadly sins, I would be envy.
Oh, okay. So now we're going to. Are we talking about the anime, or are we talking like just in general
No.
seven
In
deadlies?
general,
Oh,
in
okay.
general,
Because I was about to be like, envy is an interesting choice for you.
yeah, that like it just resonates in me. Like I it feels like I'm always envying everyone and everything. Like
Ah.
and like the song goes in and it mentions greed as well. And like I have a little bit of greed in me, but not as much as envy.
Oh, okay.
Um and so it kind of like the lyrics kind of resonate in me because of that. Because I'm always jealous of someone or something.
See, I've found that related a lot to me when I was growing up too, because like, as I was growing up, heavy metal, rock music, all that stuff always had like the more serious kind of tone to the songs, where it's just like, I want to drink my own blood and fuck my own fist until I die of a drug overdose. You know, like it's kind of it's more dark and twisted compared to like rap music, where it's like, I sold drugs, I fucked bitches, I shot 3 people in the head, I got arrested, I got butt fucked, and now I'm here rapping for you. And then there's country music, which is like, I fucked my sister and my dog. I don't know which I like better.
I fucked my tractors.
And I got gonorrhea from it. And like that's country music to me. And that's why I'll never relate to country music.
Have you ever just like had that horrible feeling when your wife is mad at you for her bringing her own, like honestly, her own identical twin, but she's mad at you for accidentally getting mixed up and fucking her dad? How bad is that?
You told this exact same joke on Warzone, but I actually thought you were about to say something serious about country music.
No,
and that's what you dropped?
It's a horrible thing. Horrible thing.
Yeah, it was a fucking
Everyone
shit
shouldn't suffer
delivery.
from this.
I haven't heard this yet.
Oh, okay. Try to do the better delivery on it then, Jay.
Actually, I think about it because I kind of got lost midway through talking. I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh.
I know what I'm gonna say. I just need to rethink about what I was actually gonna do. So, wait, do I have it? No, no, I haven't.
Oh man, I wish you would one day do stand up. That would be the greatest thing. You're standing on stage, looking at your notes, just staring down. You're like, I don't think I've got the right delivery. But you know what? I'm gonna try. I'm thinking too much right now.
I go off stage. It's like I don't know what to do. Fuck you. Walks off stage.
Just gets hit with a bottle as you're getting off because you're in the fucking UK. So of course glass bottles are gonna be smashed.
So, isn't it just so annoying when your wife is mad at you because she brought over her identical twin, so she gets mad at you for accidentally mixing up and fucking her dad?
God, every single time I hear it, it makes me sadder. it just hurts me somewhat more.
I've only heard this twice now, and it's already making me sad.
Oh, dude, I just wish I had the Drano nearby. That way I could wash your mouth out.
Just grab some acid. Acid will do that.
I mean, that's basically what Drano is. It's just legal to buy acid. that shit'll burn you.
Burning my mouth now?
Because of how shit that joke was, Jay, you should be ashamed of yourself.
He needs to stuff that shit in his mouth to get rid of that shit.
Oh. Oh my god. Poor
I
Jay.
already do that.
Oh.
Honestly.
Yeah.
New joke.
It's not a joke if you think it's a Tootsie Roll. Okay, so I'm kind of curious if anybody actually does this, because I'm looking out my window right now, which happens to be just above my camera, so it looks like I'm staring somebody in the eyes. But I just realized one of my neighbors has aluminum foil all over their windows and balcony windows, and I can't tell if that's because of keeping heat out, or if that's because they think 5G is trying to kill them. So does anybody else know anybody who puts aluminum foil in their windows to like keep the heat out, or am I living next to a conspiracy theorist?
I think you're living next to one of those zombie apocalypse prep people.
You know, I would think so, but okay, so throughout the heat wave and all that, their windows were completely fine. Like they didn't have anything in them that I noticed or anything like that. Because the only reason I can even tell it is because the sunlight is hitting it and it's bright as shit. So that's the only reason why I've even noticed this is a change. But they're like 80 something years old. Like these are old people. So. Is this just like a technique that they used back in the 50s to keep the heat out? Was like, oh, we're just going to aluminum foil the window. We're gonna make our house cosplay as a baked potato. I don't get what the hell's happening. So
or they're just too afraid of COVID.
Maybe, but does aluminum foil fight COVID?
It may. No one knows.
According to all the conspiracy theories on the internet, all of the vaccines have a little bit of aluminum in them. Oh god, I'm not going to spread that misinformation. That's not true. It's not true. There's no metals that aren't already found in your body in the vaccine. In fact, the vaccine is probably made from people who have died from COVID. They blend them up and inject you with them. Now that's a conspiracy theory for the for the year. I don't want to be injected with the remains of somebody who is already sick. I don't want that. Please get them out of me. My virgin blood. Oh, yes. Recently, I've been watching The Mandalorian. I've been trying to catch up on a lot of things. Jay, are you masturbating? What are you doing? You look too relaxed. Oh, yes, I forgot. It's actually late where you are.
It's like 2:05 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
7.
Oh, boy, like PM?
No. I technically woke up for 7, so if anything, I got up like 6:30.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, damn, that's dedication right there. Hey, Yak, how's it going? But yeah, so I've been watching The Mandalorian recently, and I'm actually incredibly impressed with how much better The Mandalorian is compared to any of the movies they've made recently, and it makes me very hopeful for
really
Obi-Wan. It makes me so
I
hopeful for
enjoyed it.
Obi-Wan.
I want to see The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
really
don't
good.
have Disney Plus.
I could spoil it for all of you right now.
Please don't.
So Viv, do you have Amazon Prime?
No.
Okay, so if you're ending up getting Amazon Prime, and I think within the next like month, they have an offer where if you get Prime, you get 6 months of Disney Plus for free. So that's the only reason I even have Disney Plus, is because Prime renewed and they were like, hey, use this to get 6 months of Disney Plus, and I was like, fuck yeah, baby. So then I started watching season 2 of Mandalorian. I'm like, oh, this show's banging. But then I didn't watch it on the other days when I was drunk or stoned, because I actually want to remember the show. So I don't watch it
You know
before
what
bed.
shows you should watch since you have Disney Plus? Obviously, The Mandalorian. Loki, which is actually really good so
Yeah,
far.
I heard good things
And
about that too.
The Winter Soldier, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's also really good.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I was never really a big fan of the Winter Soldier or Falcon. I
really
couldn't
like the Winter Soldier.
like. Did they like? Are they able to lead the show well? Like I could understand.
It's
Loki.
actually a really good show. Like,
It is?
honestly, it's a good show. I do like it, and I've always liked the Winter Soldier, so it's just a bonus for me.
Right, but for somebody who's not like the biggest fan of them, would you say it's still worth watching?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying it's the fact that I like the Winter Soldier is a bonus. As a regular show, it's really good. I enjoy it.
Yeah, see, like for me in general, I was never.
Storytelling is like probably like an 8 or 9 out of 10.
Well, that's not bad.
It's
That's not bad at all.
It's quite good. It's the acting in it as well is also really nice.
Oh, see that
Like,
I
it's
had to
good.
figure that would be amazing is the acting.
It's really, really good.
I would rather watch Loki. Loki is my favorite. Like, I love Loki.
See,
Man, you sound like my sister.
I
Jesus.
Hey,
I didn't think I would like Loki as much, because I was never a big fan of him, even in just Norse mythology, but having him in the comics and all that, I wasn't a huge fan of him. But
Loki's getting
the way
like,
that Tom
mythology's
Hiddleston, the
crazy.
way that Tom Hiddleston played him,
Yeah.
he made that character way better. And just his portrayal of Loki made me a fan of Loki. It's kind of like the same thing with Iron Man, right? Like, I was never a big fan of Tony Stark, but the way Robert Downey Jr. played him made, like, the character just seem so much more vivid and real. Because, like, sure, there's been billionaire people who don't have powers. Like, look at Batman, but Batman's all depressing and emo. He's just like, oh, I lost my parents. Like, come on, you're 39 years old. You've slept with one
He dressed
person.
up in his bat costume.
Yeah, you dress up in a bat costume, you cosplay for a living, and you just get your shit kicked in a lot, but you also kick just as much ass. So, like, he's got some issues that a therapist desperately needs to fix. But, like, Tony Stark, he's just like, I got bitches, I got money, I'm getting married, I'm living the high life, I also got this sick suit. So he's doing what I would actually picture a real billionaire doing. Because, like, I guarantee you, if Elon Musk ever made, like, a suit like that, he would never take his Tesla anywhere. He would put on his suit and he would fly everywhere. He'd show people that it's him under the thing. He'd fight crime or whatever he thinks is crime, and he'd take his suit and fly it to fucking Mars just so he could blow up the place with its super weapons. That's how I picture Elon Musk being. So Tony Stark was just portrayed as what an actual billionaire would be.
Yeah, that's like, I really like the way he did it. But as I was saying about Loki, the show, very good, definitely worth watching, and it's better than the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay.
But one of the episodes that I quite liked is how you get to see certain people from comics, which I really liked. I thought that was really cool. I would say, but it would spoil it for a lot of you guys. So I'm not
but
going
like, in order to not spoil
it-
it, like, do you mean the people that we've already seen or new people?
already people from like comics. It's
No,
all
but
the
I mean, like,
comic-
already from the movies, or, like, new people being introduced to the cinematic universe?
cinematic, new people to the cinematic
Okay,
universe.
that's all I need to know. Because, like, if they're going to have, like, Chris Hemsworth make a cameo, it's like, oh, yeah, you kind of expect Thor to be part of Loki's show. I mean, they're brothers. And if, like,
Yeah.
Captain Falcon was there, it'd be like, oh, yeah, no big whoop. They were in, like, 5 movies together. Who cares? So if it's new characters,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, okay,
It's-
sick. This is who
it's
you're
brand-
introducing.
it's brand
Nice.
new characters. The only characters that you know that are from the original, like not the original, from the previously in the cinematic universe, I think is just Loki.
I know Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth has one cameo, but it's not like a visual one that I know of. I don't know. I just remember seeing it blasted all over Twitter that his voice was used, and I was just like, okay.
I think his voice was used because you know what? I'm not gonna say because there's also
Yeah, don't
We'll
don't
move
add
on to
anything
that.
to
I
that.
might accidentally say something, so we should probably
Yeah, like, the reason I'm saying that is because I've never seen the show, so, I mean, big whoop if they use Chris Hemsworth's voice. Like, I would expect him to be in the show, if anything, but,
It was
it's
like it was a good show. It was
Okay.
definitely a good show.
good to know,
like,
good to know.
You see, for Loki, I don't really like him in Norse mythology, but his kids are wild.
Does he have
absolutely
kids? Wait, no,
Yeah,
don't answer
you
that.
know
No,
Fenrir.
don't answer. I know Fenrir. We don't want to go into too many spoiler territories with Loki. I don't need that shit on me.
I know. Marvel does the worst job they could ever have done with the actual Norse mythology portrayal.
I think that was the point, though. I think the whole point of it was they weren't supposed to be the exact same. Like, they were supposed to be this Earth's quote-unquote version of Norse mythology, which was only loosely based on the original Earth or some shit. The multiverse theory in Marvel's pretty fucked. It's goofy. But, like...
But yeah, do you know who's like what kids Loki actually has? Like, in
I know he has
Norse mythology?
Fenrir.
It's
I don't
actually
know
crazy.
all of the other
Fenrir.
ones.
Do you want me to tell you another one?
Yeah, go for it.
The World Serpent.
That was his son? Or his kid?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of his kids.
What? I
Fenrir,
knew about the World Serpent, but I didn't think that was his
thought
kid.
there was
Man,
another
Loki's be fucking everything, man.
No,
he
I'm pretty
finds a
sure-
hole and he just goes for it. Next,
I
you're gonna
don't-
tell me
I
the
might-
Ents
I
from
might-
Lord of
I
the
might be
Rings are
wrong
his
here.
kids.
I might be wrong here, but I thought Hela wasn't actually his sister.
No,
I'm
well,
pretty
Thor's not
sure.
really his brother. The
Yeah, I know.
Hel-
I'm trying to think of who she actually was because I want to say
wasn't
that
she
she was
actually
actually his
Thor's
wife.
sister?
No, I don't think so.
I thought that
I don't
was
think they
his.
had
I
any
thought that was his
relation.
genetic sister.
It's like Fenrir and Hela. I don't think they have any relations, unless my hunch is right that Hela is the mother. But I don't think that's correct.
No, but what I'm thinking is Thor and Hela, they're actually related, but Loki was a frost giant that was adopted, and he became like a shapeshifter in the MCU, wasn't? Isn't that how it worked?
Yeah, in the MCU, yes, but
Oh,
in
yeah,
like
yeah.
actual mythology,
Oh, okay. We're sticking with the actual. I don't know shit
I
about the
was talking
actual
about actual
mythology.
mythology
I know
because
jack shit about it.
see, in the MCU, Fenrir was obviously Hela's giant guard dog. Just a huge
Right.
guard dog. But in the actual like not in the actual mythology, Fenrir and the World Serpent were Loki's kids.
Right, right. Okay, so I knew Fenrir was, but I didn't know the World Serpent was. So that's pretty fucking cool. So that I don't
Yeah.
I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they mentioned the World Serpent, but they never mentioned that
Yeah,
it was his son.
that's Loki's kid. That's the World Serpent is Loki's kid.
Weird. You would have
Also,
thought they
don't
wouldn't
say
have glossed
anything
over
about
that.
well, no. Have you played God of War, the newer one?
No, but it's on PS now, so I might soon.
Yeah, you should because that goes
That
a
has
lot
Loki
into
in
the
it. Yeah,
mythology.
yeah.
It
I know about
so
that
much
portion of things.
mythology, and it just that helped me quite a bit because I'm still playing it, but so far it's helped me quite a bit because I do like mythology. I've always liked it. It's always cool, and I enjoy learning about it.
So, do you already know what
But
the surprise end is?
no,
No, all right, I'm not gonna spoil it then. But the next game is pretty cool. Just
it's Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
guys,
I'm gonna
guys.
pre-order Ragnarok.
say what's up.
Guys, what I've seen is that Hela is referred to the daughter of both the divine trickster Loki and the mortal giantess Angraboda.
Wait a
So,
minute.
I didn't word that right, but that's what I was meaning.
Hela is
I
Loki's
didn't word. Yeah.
daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird because the MCU portrays him being her brother.
Yeah.
But not really her brother because her actual brother's Thor, but Loki's just a frost. Like thing is, him being a frost giant and
How
adopted,
in the
that is all true. But you know, Odin is actually a sick dude. Like
Well,
not
of
sick
course.
meaning cool, like sick meaning just like crazy
Yeah.
in mythology.
I mean, yeah.
It's wild.
I mean,
It's badass.
the story of Odin came out from fucking Vikings. Like, they were messed up to begin with. Of course, the stories about their war god are going to be even more fucked up.
No,
Just
he's
like
honestly crazy. And then
mythology.
the one thing that was really cool about him was I liked his eyes of Odin. I really liked how he had like ravens, or I think it was.
Yeah,
That
it,
were,
it
like,
was the.
he was able to see through.
Was it?
was
Was
so
it
cool.
Ravens?
I thought it was. Yeah, it was either ravens or crows, and I'm pretty sure it's ravens because they were. I don't
Yeah.
think this dude would be like, all right, crows, on you go.
Yeah, no, it was Ravens. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh. Man.
I do know my mythology. I do like my mythology.
I mean, who doesn't like mythology? It just shows the imagination of the old world was actually way cooler than some of the imagination we have now. Just like Greek
know,
mythology.
The imagination now is like, oh, I imagined that I slapped a dude with a pillow. Meanwhile, back then, yeah, this world serpent kind of came out of Loki's woman's vagina. I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, okay,
It's
so
crazy.
the way Loki has kids with all these like different species and stuff is because he transforms into those species and knocks one out, and he has like the same kind of shape-shifting ability Zeus had, because like Zeus flew down
Zeus
from
is also as a sick dude as well.
Oh, of
They're
course.
all crazy.
they're all
They're
just
all
secretly Bill
crazy.
Cosby, because like he went from Mount Olympus, transformed into a hawk, found a hot lady, turned back into a hot dude, and then fucked her, and then left. That's how Hercules was made. So it's just like, what is with all these people having the ability to change into these animals? Like, Loki took it to the extreme and just started fucking the animals, too. He was just like, oh, dude, I'm gonna fuck this snake. So he turned
Also,
into a snake.
Did you know? Did you know that Hades, the god of the underworld, wasn't actually an evil dude? It's just the fact that he's the god of the underworld. People portray him as that.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't even that. He wasn't it because he was Zeus's brother. He was questioning a lot of what Zeus was doing. So Zeus, in a power trip, was just like, "You will forever be banished to guarding the underworld to make sure that the Titans can't be reborn," or some shit. There was like some bad blood between them, but they were both brothers, and he got banished there because Zeus was being a jealous little cunt.
Isn't Cerberus the name?
Cerberus is the dogs.
Headed dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sick.
Yeah. See, Cerberus.
That's one of my favorite animal. Like that's one of my favorite monster. Yeah. It's a monster, right?
Oh
It's
yeah.
a three-headed. It's a three-headed huge dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Mythology's great. I do like it.
I love the imagination of the old days because it's like it's unfiltered too, because they did not give a fuck about people's feelings back then. The slaves were everywhere. It didn't matter what skin color you were. If you were poor, you were working for somebody else, and if you didn't work hard enough, you got butt fucked by the slave driver with the whip. Oh, and okay, one thing I really liked, well, not even really liked, but I found really funny about the olden days is how they did, like, toilets and shit like that. They didn't have stalls, they didn't have privacy. It'd be like going down to sit at a restaurant. You'd just pick a chair, you'd pull up your pant or your weird little dress thing, and you just go to town on that wooden toilet bowl, and you just have a conversation with your friends. And all you're doing is just going, "Oh, it's a sunny day, isn't it today? I'm gonna go harvest some of the grains." Huh?
Do you guys not do that already?
Well,
Weird.
I don't have any friends. Oh man, but no,
I mean,
like
we just pay a subscription so you hang out with us.
oh yeah, that's why I do it. You hear that, people? Anybody listening? If you want me to hang out with you, you just have to give me money because I'm a prostitute. But oh shit, like it's just so funny to think about, like, Greeks specifically, like. They didn't care what you fucked. You walked around, you'd just fuck everything. You'd find a guy, you'd find hot, you'd fuck him. You find a girl, you found hot, you fuck him. Everybody just fucked everything. And then somehow, even though we were so open-minded back then, we slowly became so much more conservative. And now we're, like, regressing again, where everybody's just, like, whatever they want to be, and they fuck whatever they want to fuck. Wait, Yak, you're not gonna fuck me. That's not how it works. You hang out with me when you give me money. I'm a classy escort. I don't want your dick in my mouth or ass.
You're right. You've already tried that.
Yeah. That at least I can say from experience, I don't want that. But yeah, mythology, man, it's hilarious. Like, it's also like the Old Testament for the Bible too. Like, the way they portrayed angels and shit were hilarious to me. It would just be like a grapevine or like a branch just covered in eyeballs floating around, and that's like an angel of something, and it's like some horrific, nightmarish creature that somebody from the Dead Space team would have compiled together. But no, this is an angel, bro. You'd find like wheels with wings flying around. It's the weirdest shit. And it just made me think whoever wrote this shit was either brain damaged or on so many different, like, poppy seed cocktails that they were just high as a kite. The old Bible's so much funnier than the new one. The new one's kind of just boring. It's like a story that's always been told over and over again. Oh, God got pissed off at us, so guess what? He gave us a flood. Well, according to global warming, it wasn't God who flooded the Earth. It was just a global cool down. So an ice age.
Like what I don't believe is like if you go to like certain churches and stuff, they think, oh, God made the world, well, and made humans. Well, then what happened to the dinosaurs? Like,
Yeah.
like it's like they don't even go in and they don't even acknowledge that dinosaurs were real before us.
I just find it funny people think that the world is still 6,000 years old. Like, that's the part that baffles me.
I mean, it is. Like, people are like, it's the year 2021, and it's like, it's only 6,000 years old. That doesn't really count out. That doesn't really add up, does it?
No, like the funny thing
Year
is,
2021, it's only 6,000 years old, so it's not 20. It's not 2021 years old. No, okay, sure. They're like, okay, so we've counted this many years, but it's only 6,000 years old.
yeah, I've never understood
Well,
that.
that
Like that's and like in Egypt, they proved that the pyramids are a lot older than we thought because the erosion isn't from wind; it's from water erosion. So they're predicting that the
Direction.
actual
On that
yes,
note, I'll be back.
yeah, that's exactly it. Oh wow, that actually swapped really easily on the stream. That worked out pretty good considering every time he leaves, it for some reason changes the cameras.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the erosion on the pyramids basically made it so that the pyramids are predicted to be about 12,000 years old, when originally they thought it was like 6 or 7. So that's pretty cool. One thing I'm a little scared of though is the fact that we should be expecting the big earthquake on the San Andreas Fault sometime in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's going to be insane because apparently it's going to be the biggest earthquake ever like recorded.
Yeah.
They said it was going to be like something like a 9.6, between a 9.6 and an 11 magnitude earthquake. So it's like, I don't know why all this stuff is so expensive in Vancouver. In about 200 years, it's gone.
I know.
Like I'm worried about all of the west coast of like North America because if that earthquake hits, there's gonna be a big fucking tsunami. That's for sure. I'd be trying to hide at the tippity top of one of these fucking mountains around me.
I'm just happy I live in the middle of the U.S.
Oh, you shouldn't because Yellowstone National Park is
Oh,
also
yeah.
predicted to explode.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not predicted to explode for another like 10,000 years. But knowing our luck, they'll come up with immortality by the time I'm like 50, and then we'll be living through all of it. Europe's the
Yes.
way to go. I don't know. Europe has a lot of other shit that's going on with it, like being way too close to Russia. I'm more worried about Russia than I am Yellowstone and the San Andreas. Because Putin, I feel like Putin's the type of guy on his deathbed to be like, okay, launch every nuke. Do it. And he'll be like, I don't care. I'm fucking dead anyway.
And anyway.
Yeah. Like, I would... I would not be surprised if one day we have like a president in the U.S. that's just like, well, I'm on my deathbed. Fucking launch the nukes, baby. I got the football. Somebody's got to catch my Hail Mary. And he just fucking destroys Russia. And then we're just all sitting here in the aftermath going like, did he just do that? Are we all fucked? China's getting all pissed now. Xi Jinping is still being like, he's just a head in a jar connected to a car battery to keep him alive. Just so that way he can oppress his people for more, for a more long-term period. There's no way I'm ever going to China. There's no way. I've said too many bad things about it. Same with Russia. If I go there, I'm going to the gulag. And I don't think I'd win. I don't think I'd win in that 1v1.
If it was an option between China and Japan, I'd rather go to Japan.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They have sex robots, whereas China is just robots. Japan is... See... there's two places I really want to go, and one of them is South Korea, and the other one is Japan. I'm a little scared of going to South Korea just because of how close it is to Kim Jong-un. But, I mean, they got some interesting shit there, and it seems like an overall really cool place to live. But I would love to visit there, and I would love to visit Japan. The Yak was saying they have tentacle porn. True, but I can access that from home. But I can star in it if I go to Japan. I'll be the tentacle. I'll just be one of the tentacles. They give me like a full body suit that's just basically a gigantic condom, and the printout this looks like a tentacle, and I get CG'd onto a titty. That's how I want to be. That's how I want to live life.
If you started in tentacle porn, then you'd have one viewer. And that would be me. I definitely watch that.
Oh wow! No, I mean if I ever start an OnlyFans,
It sounds interesting.
That's what I have to live up to. I have to make an OnlyFans that just is me as green screened as a tentacle slapping somebody in the titty. Oh, Yak was saying he'd watch it too, so that's 2 viewers. It's already way more than I was expecting. I bet when Jay comes back, he's probably just quietly masturbating to the thought right now.
He probably fell asleep.
Nah, he's
Sorry, Jay.
if anything, he's got himself muted. He's sitting on the toilet and he's just taking a shit, listening to us talk about porn. That's what I'd do if I was doing a podcast from the phone. I'd turn off the camera, and just take a shit. If I'm ever a guest on somebody else, if I'm ever a guest on like Joe Rogan's podcast or anything like that over the phone, I can guarantee you I'm taking a shit. And you won't even know until one time he asked me a question, and all you hear is, "What are you doing?" "I'm working out, just lifting something heavy." Oh man. Oh, has he arrived? Oh, something's loading. Ah, did you finish masturbating?
No. I
Oh,
went
you
and
haven't
got a
finished?
tiny orange.
You got a tiny orange? Oh, nice. You did get a little tiny orange. Aren't those called cuties?
Clementines.
Clementines. Yeah, oh, right. Yeah, cuties was the Netflix thing that all the pedos watched and tried to defend.
Here they're called cutie.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess they're both oranges and for pedos.
So, I remember what I was gonna ask you.
Oh, okay.
It was advice.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You know how I told you that I've been dating this Caitlyn girl, yes?
Well, you never told me the name, but yes.
Yeah.
No.
So, well, I've said this forever ago. You just forgot.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this
think
would have been
yeah.
way back in like the first era of when we were doing Warzone games together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Yeah. So, I've been dating her. Yeah. Can't remember how long.
Okay.
There's this other girl now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
don't know what to do. So, I kind of remembered. So, before this, my friend, Junior, before he left my school, was having trouble deciding who he wanted to date. So I was like,
Oh, no.
jokingly, ask for a threesome. He did that, got slapped by both of them.
Well, yeah, no shit.
He came to me wondering why that happened. I was joking. So I was like, okay. So that's
You took
off
that
the
really
table.
well for yeah, all right, fair enough. Checkmate, mate.
What do I do?
All right, well,
know.
here's the question.
Thing is, because she's also been annoyed at me for hanging out with the boys. Like, before summer vacation, her parents don't like me
Mhm.
because I'm partially Mexican.
So
So they don't like me because of that.
okay.
They don't like that. Yeah, no, it's
Do they wear
it's bad.
armbands by chance? And are they red?
Hey, stop making him laugh. You're gonna make him choke and kill himself.
Oh, well, then that's the easiest
I
answer
mean-
there. Why pick a girl when you can just kill yourself?
Wow, that's great. That's the best thing.
Okay, so... Okay, because the family doesn't fucking matter. You're not putting it in the dad, you're not putting it in the mom. So the
Well, no,
family...
that's not the problem. I was just gonna check. I was gonna make a point.
Oh, okay. I thought
So
I thought your only problem with your current girlfriend was that her parents are racist, and I was like, I probably wouldn't dump her because her parents are cunts.
No. The thing is, she got annoyed at me for spending the last days of before my summer break
Right.
with the boys, and she got annoyed about that and said I don't spend time with her, which I kind of questioned, but I just let it be.
Okay.
So, she's annoyed at that. She's gonna be annoyed at me throughout because I won't be able to see her all summer because obviously her parents won't let me see her because I'm Mexican.
Right.
So, she's annoyed at me for something I didn't do.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this other girl is more compatible with me and does the same sport as me
Ooh.
and is just nicer. And her parents don't mind with me because I've been friends with her for like maybe like 2 months. So what do I do?
Okay. First of all,
I don't know.
I have to clarify your age again. You're 15.
Yes, well,
Okay.
basically, and like say a couple, well,
That's close enough.
close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah.
14, 15.
Okay, so from my point of view, this is really funny. Just because like,
One I get laid, one I don't.
well, okay, that like the funny thing is it's just I remember having these exact same problems, and they were so stupid looking back at them because it's just like, yeah, you're being a needy bitch. It's like, just relax. There's plenty of time. You don't have to get all pissy because I'm not around for like 1 or 2 days.
Exactly.
It's no longer a fact
Stays
that
with boys.
she's becoming more possessive than she's meaning to come across. But the thing is have you talked to her about that?
Yes.
Now, what did you say? Because that's important.
I questioned, and she said because obviously I won't be able to see her all summer, and she was kind of annoyed about that. So that's why she won't in the last days.
Okay.
So I kind of see how it's my fault, but
Yeah,
at the same time, I won't see the boys either because I don't have any of their phone numbers because they don't have phones. Meanwhile,
I get
can
it.
still talk to her.
I get it.
Kind of confusing. So I questioned her, and obviously that's what she said. I was like, but I won't be able to see the boys either. And
Okay.
she was like, well, it's either me or them, and I was like, wait there a second. I didn't say this obviously because I would have been destroyed by her by like slapped in the face.
So I
have another choice. Who
I've
don't mind with boys.
I've always
and
hated
isn't
this.
possessive.
I've always hated this all or nothing kind of mentality.
I know.
So like the thing is why
It's
can't
so
it just be
stupid.
both? Like, it's your final days, so it's plural. Have 1 day with her, 1 day with the boys. Like, I don't
Yeah,
get
but
how
I
it
spent
can't be
both days
split.
with the boys, and I messed up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that's your fuck up. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
It's partial. No, thing is, it's partially
No,
my fault.
it's not partially. It's
No,
100% your fault.
No, it's partially my fault because I haven't spent time with the boys since I started dating her. Like maybe 1 or 2 hours max.
Okay, so here's my question though: was that from your choice? Like,
No.
was it your choice to not spend time with the boys?
No.
So
It
how
was
how?
either the whole time this thing has been going on. After like maybe a month or two, it was either her or them.
Okay, so that
That's what she always
adds
said.
that adds a lot of context to this. Because if it was just like, oh well, I'm not gonna see you all summer. I would like to at least have 1 day with you. That it's like, okay, 100% understandable. You're the asshole here.
Yeah.
But
No, obviously that's why I was trying to add context. And then you were saying no, this is your fault. But I need to add
okay,
context.
okay, yeah, okay. Now that you've added that little bit of context there, it's like 50-50 both of your guys' faults.
Like listen to me. I'm actually one of the best people you'll ever know. To to them in general.
Right.
Loyal.
Mhm.
Complimentative.
Sure.
Always takes the person's side. When they feel down, I'm there for them. No matter what they want, I am there.
Okay, yeah,
And
fair
I
enough.
even got I even got the what's her name? The lady I went out for 3 years to vouch for me.
That's pretty impressive. That
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
She doesn't like me, but she vouched for me.
Yeah, I get that understand because I've had a lot of exes that for some reason hate me, even though it was always their fault that we broke up because they were cheating cunts. But they always
Yeah,
vouched
so
for me as well.
everyone
But
they've always vouched for me and said that I was actually good. Like
Yeah.
I was a nice person.
so okay,
So why did she just? I
So-
don't know. So I'm stuck in a predicament here.
so we've got the context of the old girlfriend. Tell me about the new
Yes.
one.
The one, Caitlin.
What? I thought you were going out with Caitlin.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I'm in a predicament. I don't know if I.
No,
dumped
the
her
new
or
girl,
the other one.
the other girl.
Yeah,
Who's the
the
other
new-
girl?
Oh, the other girl. Okay, the other girl. Closer to my height than Caitlin is.
Okay.
She's nicer by a bit. She plays the same sports as I do, and her family is quite sporty, and so is mine, so that's quite good. She likes the same things as me. She's into computing like I am, so we take the same computing science class. We're in the same math, English, Spanish, and I think chemistry. I
Okay.
think.
So
Yeah.
I'm just going to interrupt here. Have you actually talked to her about like potential
Yes.
feelings with each other?
Well, thing is though, this is like she said she texted me the other day saying it because obviously we haven't been able to meet up because like COVID thing's bigger over here and she's been doing things. So she texted me the other day saying that she does have feelings for me.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so that's the possibility. I didn't know what to respond with. So it's been like a couple hours,
Okay.
like say maybe like 5.
Right.
So
All right.
I
So
have always liked this girl, but I've kind of buried those after I started going out with Caitlyn because that's just wrong.
okay.
So I don't know what to do.
So okay.
That's the advice.
Here's one more question. I want to get like a better idea of this. Removing your penis from the equation, do you have more feelings for the new girl or the Caitlyn?
Oh, I want to say the new one just because she actually doesn't care about me spending time with the boys. Meanwhile, Caitlyn always used to be like always nagging to me about spending too much time with the boys, even though I only spent maybe like an hour a day, and there's 24 hours, so there's basically 23 towards her.
Okay. So I'll give my piece of advice first. Then we'll let Vamp do the women's side of things. This is probably the right panel for it. Okay. So for me personally, if I even had doubt in my mind about the relationship I was in, and I've already talked to them about my side of things and how I feel, and it still hasn't changed, the first thing I would do is break up with them. I
Also,
wouldn't.
another thing.
Oh, okay.
Another thing. Before you go on,
Okay.
this Caitlyn girl has been spending more time with her guy best friend.
Oh, I don't worry
Whoa.
about that. I don't worry. Don't
Whoa.
don't even
No,
make that an
no, the
issue
thing
because
is-
eventually.
thing is-
Oh no.
The thing is, when I walk her home,
Mhm.
her guy best friend was at the bus stop waiting for her. So I was like, "Oh, alright, just go talk to him," because at the time I didn't care. As I turned around and walked away, they were talking, and I looked back. I see the biggest hand raised to the sky come all the way down, and I see that ass jiggle. And I'm like, the fuck? I look back, and then they just go into like an alleyway, and they just disappear. I'm like, where the fuck did they go?
So, oh
Looking
god.
back and forth.
Oh.
They were just
Oh
gone.
no. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I
Damn
didn't
it.
bother to say anything because I was like, what if I'm actually the asshole and that was just a joke? But then even then, that's not really a joke.
I was really hoping you wouldn't tell me that because I was that guy best friend. So damn it, the way you told me that, yeah, you should worry. Secondly, back to what I was saying. Like if you just don't have like if you have doubt in your mind about the relationship you're in and you've talked and it still hasn't improved, the worst thing you could do is just string that relationship on. It's like having a kid to try to fix a marriage. It makes no sense. It doesn't fix anything, and all it does is make the pain worse as time goes on. So
Yes.
what I would probably do is, even if you don't go out with the new one, I would still probably break up with your current girlfriend, just so that way she has the summer to deal with it and process her emotions and improve on her own like happiness. So that way when school starts, she isn't going to be a miserable like sack of sadness that's just walking around school all the time. So regardless, I would say break up with your current girlfriend. The other thing I would do is I would talk to this new girl and actually genuinely ask her, like, if I were to ask you out, would you go out with me? Would this be a thing?
No, that's already a definite.
Okay, so then
Like,
if that's the case,
it's definite.
I would say break up. That's my honest
I have
opinion.
been also, I know the new girl probably better, sadly better than the girl I'm going out with now.
Well, that's
Because
all.
she's been kind of mad at me for a couple of days, so it's like, meanwhile I've been talking to this other girl for like 3 months now, like almost every day, and especially before I head to bed, I like text her and everything.
See, the thing
So
is like you've also had feelings for her before you had this girlfriend. So I would say 100% break up with your current girlfriend, go with the new one, and just see where things go. Because I mean, you're all young. This is all
I
just
was gonna say this
testing.
sounds really stupid to you.
No,
I
no, no.
bet.
It doesn't though. That's the thing. When you're that age, this seems like some of the biggest decisions. But once you've gone through it a few times, then you're just like, oh, okay, this just wasn't the right mix for me. And then you just eventually find that perfect balance, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is working out great. So I would say, don't bother stringing your current girlfriend along throughout the summer because you're not going to see each other anyway. I would just break up. I would start from
Plus, their
scratch.
parents aren't racist.
Well, that's true. Yeah, plus the parents aren't racist. But just strictly from like a feelings point of view, I'm gonna go into the girl's shoes here. If I was the girl, I would expect to be broken up with at the beginning of summer, so that way I have the summer to like fuck around, like do whatever I want. And like if you were to string it along the entire summer and then decide once school started, oh, I'm gonna go do this, then she's just gonna feel like her entire summer was wasted. She didn't get to do what she wanted because all of a sudden she thought she was gonna be coming back to you. So I would say break it off, talk to the new girl, see how things go. You're young, you can make mistakes. It's completely fine. Most relationships in high school don't even make it past graduation, so you're fine. Dip your oil stick in all the different oils you can. And now I guess I'll give Vamp the floor.
That like was a very long talk. I felt like I was just in student council.
I'm your Dr. Phil. I'm Dr. Pill.
No, you're Doctor Big Dick Dill.
Ugh. Oh no. All right.
You're like the
So
off-brand pedo.
my advice was as close to being unbiased as I could be, but I was still leaning more towards the side of the having balls and shit. So let's get Sarah's point of view because she's gonna give you that womanly outside or insight, not outside, insight.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like to get in the insight, but
Oh.
So, well,
That's-
I would definitely go in and dump her, just because, like, you know that you have someone that has feelings for you. You have that girl that likes you and would say yes, I would go out with you. And at least with Caitlyn or whatever her name is, at least or with her, it kind of feels like uh she's a little bit clingy, and like I just don't think that a girl should go in and be like, oh, you had to pick between this person and this person. Like, for me, I would like it should be both. It shouldn't be just the girl. It should be, oh, you can hang out with these two people, or me and your friends. Like if it was a different girl, I would probably say no. But if it like, but for the other the new girl, I would go in and I would ask her what her feelings are for you. And you may already know what she feels, but I would also go in and take some time and think about, do I have feelings for her? What do I feel?
Yeah.
Is this worth a relationship?
well, so you guys both agree, dump Caitlyn, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want
Thank
to
you.
want to elaborate a little bit on why though. So I've had a few relationships where they've had possessive traits like that, and they didn't start out being too bad, but then they developed and progressed further because you originally were like, hey, okay, I'll listen to you. I won't go hang out with my friends. But then it gets deeper and deeper and harsher as time goes on. Then all of a sudden you're not allowed to see anybody, but she can go see whoever she wants, and then it just becomes an incredibly toxic relationship.
I had to call off Warzone, I think, with you and Vamp for like 2 weeks, I think it was, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. But That's good that you both agree, because I kinda did something yesterday, but it wasn't that bad. It was
Did you show her a picture of your butthole?
no,
What'd you do?
no.
What did you do?
I
Oh, you
and
kissed the new girl, didn't you?
it wasn't really a kiss.
I
It was more of
fucking
a
knew it.
made out.
Oh.
I made
as
a
soon as you
mistake.
said it, as soon as you said that, I was like, it's either a hand job or a makeout session. It's one of the two. All right. Do you know what do you know what you need to do?
That was good because I kind of
All right.
messed up there.
Did you already break up with the old girlfriend?
No.
Okay, so this is what you do. You ready for this? You ready? So what you do is tomorrow, not in like the morning, not in the evening, not like before bed or anything. In the middle of the day, you send her a text and you say we need to talk. Then you call.
I would just go. I can go to her front door because she answers the
Don't.
door.
Her parents are
and
racist.
then-
They'll shoot you.
Well, she doesn't have parents. She has grandparents.
Either way, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
I'm not going to her actual like house. I'm going quite a bit, like say maybe 0.5 miles away, and she can go there with her, but say with her friends. So I don't like doing it over text. 'Cause I feel like
No, not over text. Not over text. When I said you text her that, you text her that so that she can give you a chance to call her. You do it over the phone. Because, honestly, I've been in those situations where I wish I texted, because if I was over the phone, I wouldn't have given in to my feelings or like, oh, I feel so sad for making you so sad. Because people like her will use their tears and their emotions.
Manipulation. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't do it in person, over the phone. Over the phone, 1000%. And if she starts being like, oh, I please, for like, if she starts begging and all that, at that point you have to say, we're done. I enjoyed what time I had with you. Goodbye. And then just hang up, and then do not pick up her number.
That's what I did with my ex, or my last ex.
Same.
He called up and he asked, "Where are you?" And I was just thinking, or I just told him, "Hey, this long distance thing isn't working out. I'm breaking up with you." And he's, well, I didn't really say it in those words, but he went in and asked, "Are you breaking up with me?" And I said yes. And like it was the best thing I could have ever done.
Yeah. Like, for me, it was pretty similar, too. Like, it wasn't necessarily a long-distance relationship. It was just the toxicity in the relationship. It was a very controlling and only one side. So, what I did was I finally grew a pair, and I was just like, I don't deserve this shit. I'm done. I don't care if I'm going to be single. My hand is good enough. And I just flat out told her, like, hey, I could give myself a hand job just as good as you can, so I'm done. You can go kiss whoever you want. You can fuck whoever you want. This is it. We're done. And it ended up being where she was actually cheating on me the entire time. And I was just like, you fucking slag. Get out of here, you dumb cunt. And then I threw her out.
Oh, you say it as well. That's good. At least it's not just Scottish slang.
No, I like to adopt the UK and Scottish slang.
You just heard me say it.
No. I've said slag before. I didn't know what it meant though.
Really?
I thought it meant like dirty woman. So that's why I called her a slag.
I mean, dirty woman technically is on this right tracks, but it just means like whore.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that part of things. I just called her a slag because I've heard it in TV shows and movies, and I was like, this just sounds like he's calling her a dirty woman. But yeah, I had to throw her out, so because she's that type of person that would
belongs to the streets.
She would like try to lock herself in the bathroom and shit like that if things weren't going her way. So I literally just put all of her stuff in a garbage bag, threw it outside, and then as soon as she left, I put a chair at the front door and I locked it that way because she had a key. So then we had to change the locks, and that was about it.
I was gonna say, why didn't you get the key? Jesus.
Oh, I wasn't gonna because then if I touch her, she can claim to the police that I assaulted her, and I wasn't gonna give her any ammunition. It was cheaper to get the locks changed.
But Jay, one thing that I would also say, if the relationship with the new girl doesn't work out, then don't be afraid to just play around with or fool around with other people.
I thought you were about
Because-
to say play around with people's emotions. I was about to be like, I
Oh,
disagree
no,
with this
no,
completely.
no, no, I wasn't gonna say
I'm
that.
pretty sure this is gonna work. I mean, it wasn't bad,
I know, but like one thing that I didn't really realize until now lately is that I don't really need to be in a relationship, like, but I do still have needs and urges and stuff like that, but like it's
That's what the
not
Xbox
that,
remote's for.
it's not that bad to go in and fool around and have fun with people, you know, like there's no like it may or it won't mean anything, but it still helps a lot.
Long story short, feel free to increase your body count.
Jesus. I remain pure.
No, fuck that. Okay.
I will remain pure.
This is another thing.
I'm not religious, but
Make sure to wrap your shit.
Jesus loves you.
I will just say this though.
Jesus loves you.
Make sure you wrap your shit. Does not matter if she says she's on birth control. Wrap your shit, because she might miss a day or she might be sick, and you just don't want to deal with that at your age.
Oh yeah, no.
Triple bag that shit. Cover it in like a Glad bag. Duct tape it in place. Saran wrap that. Then put it in a bomb shelter and then have sex.
Flex
Oh yeah. Just dip it in the Flex Seal.
No, that would just be way too big. No, imagine trying to get that off.
I feel like it would slide off of the skin. I feel like it would peel off like a balloon.
Thought that like I was like the innocent type of person, but then like
I tried whips and chains.
then lately it just kind of got into my mind where I don't have to be the innocent person.
Exactly. Fuck.
The real me
Chris,
inside.
the way you said that was
that.
when Vamp just said, "I don't have to be innocent." You're just like, "Oh yes, fuck." Like,
No, I said exactly. Yeah. That's my whole point. I had to go through that entire thing too. I wasn't always ruthless. I was an innocent little boy at one point.
I always thought the only way that I would do something is if I was in a relationship. But then I thought, or like it kind of just hit me that I don't have to be in a relationship to want what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, that was for me when I was 17 till I was like 23. I was the biggest whore I could possibly be. Like, I wonder if I could count my body count. You guys feel free to talk about something, because I'm going to be getting off in a couple minutes anyway, just because I have somewhere I got to be. But I think my body count is either just over or just under 30. It's either like 20. It's between like 27 and 35. I can't figure it out. You took my innocence? You did not take my innocence field to do. At least I don't think you did. For all I know, you could be my ex-girlfriend, and I just don't know. But yeah, that's kind of where my body counts
at.
One
hard thing about the new girl is that her name is quite hard to pronounce.
That's okay.
I've messed up quite a bit.
So here's the thing: you don't have to be able to pronounce her name if you're eating her out.
Why?
Did you just say her name was Click Whistle?
No, it's like whistle or something like that. That is it actually. Yeah, whistle.
Are you going out with fucking Russell Peters with the Bile? Like what? What the fuck?
Nah, she's foreign.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah, her name's in Morse code.
Beep beep. Line beep.
Beep beep dot line dot space. Do you take J to be your lawfully wedded beau job? Yes. Beep beep deep deep. Fucking hell. I think that was the fun little podcast. I know it's a little bit short. I have somewhere I gotta be, so unfortunately it just ended up working out this way. If you guys want to be on next week's, feel free to let me know. I'm fine with starting it a little bit earlier. I think if you're both gonna be on it, I don't mind starting it at like 5 p.m.
Yeah, I like it being earlier.
Yeah.
Just so then I'm not up at dang near midnight.
Well, the thing is I'm gonna be moving it
you
anyways.
Care about being up by midnight? It's 3 o'clock in the morning for me.
You're 15. You're fine.
Hey.
So
really, because I kind of need my sleep, and I like my sleep.
You'll be fine though, Jay, because
getting up
getting
up at 7 doesn't really help.
Starting in September, it's going to be much earlier because I'm going to be working Monday through Friday in the evenings. So my podcasts are typically going to be around like 1 or 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. So it's going to be much earlier then because of the way I'm going to have to transition it.
Also, isn't it like you said, like August or September, you're going to be getting into like that Dead by Daylight as well?
Yeah. It was like end of August, early September. That's what I was going to look into doing it.
Yeah, that'll be good because I've actually like been wanting to play that. Like I've been playing it already. I already have like my squad of like my group of friends that we play it with. I've been wanting something different because it's obviously since you're going to be a brand new person, it'll be fun because we'll have all these horrible people in the lobby. It's like how you like playing with me in Warzone.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Well, actually, it's not that you bring it's not that you're new, so you bring horrible people. It's that you're playing on console, so it brings in so many more console players. So people with mouse and keyboard are like, "Ooh, time for me to tickle you," you know, stuff like that.
Like, I just want the. Well, I just hope there's gonna be a 4th stim check.
I wouldn't be surprised if there
so
was. Didn't they just recently approve a new one? I thought they just recently approved a new one.
I think that's the 4th one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I heard that was approved already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a new plan that got approved like a week ago.
But if that happens, then I'm really debating on getting like Dead by Daylight and like Phasmophobia.
You should.
You know what? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if Dead by Daylight was given away for free on Epic Store at any point. Like especially from now to October.
I don't think it's Epic Games.
I think it was on Epic Games. I know it's on Steam, but I thought it was on Epic Games as well.
I didn't think it was, because isn't Epic Games? I'm probably wrong, but isn't Epic Games only like do things that are owned by?
No. They
really?
Their entire shtick is that they're doing their own store like Steam, but every week they give away a free game.
Oh,
yeah,
that's actually that's not bad.
Yeah, like they've been getting a whole lot of PC exclusives from Steam, so Steam doesn't get certain games. So I've had to download and buy games through Epic, like Assassin's Creed. I couldn't get that on Steam. I had to get it through Epic.
I've been playing Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
And I got that free through Epic.
Yeah, like the Epic has been doing things right. I hate fucking Fortnite, but they've been doing it right as a store. Like the fact that they just give things away is fucking brilliant. It's probably increased their user base quite a bit, especially when you look at the state of Steam with all the adult video games everywhere. I can't even bring Steam up on stream or else it'll get me TOS'd. Anyways, guys, I thought that was a good time. I gotta get going. Thank you both for being part of it. If you want to drop your links to whatever you want to link it to, I don't know. I know Jay doesn't necessarily have any social media that he wants to link to, but Sarah, I know you're wanting to get started into stream. So if you want to drop your link into the chat, by all means, go for it. Nightbot's picking a fight with Field to Do. Wait a minute. When you say bye, my Nightbot says fuck off? All right, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that was a feature.
You know, it's always done that.
I didn't know it did that if you said bye-bye. I thought that was only if you said fuck. Oh, damn it, Chris Pratt. All right, everybody. I will see you all later on tonight for GTA 4. And then we'll have these guys on next week. So if you want to drop them a follow, there is a link to Twitch.
In my chat.
Perfect. Nightbot is mad we did anal. Awesome. So yeah, anybody who wants to give Sarah a follow, by all means, give her a follow. She's going to be starting to stream as soon as her internet gets better, and that means she'll be able to start playing more games with us.
If it gets better.
I think I have a total of maybe 14 or 16 followers, somewhere around.
Let's add to it. All right. I will see you all later on this evening. I think I'll be starting my next stream at about 10 p.m. my time. What the hell is with Nightbot? I'm the god. Oh, right. Nightbot, if you say Nightbot, he just says, I'm the god among humans.
That's hella wrong.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Chris Pratt is just great.